What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is DemoStorm, and we're here with Ark today, and we're going to do a little bit more with the Titanosaur. Today, we're going to look into some of the quick tips on how to tame a Titanosaur. I, myself, cannot do it by myself. It is a little bit more difficult than you think. So, a lot of information has been going around in recent days, but finally, one of the community managers of Ark, or Wildcard, has released some more information on the Titanosaur, because there's so much going around that people just didn't understand. So, we got a level 4 one right here, with a magnifying glass of 59,000 torpor. So, a lot of people said beforehand with the wiki, the catapult was the best way. That actually changed. The cannon is actually the best way. I know I even wrote it in my comments after my video that the catapult was the best because everyone was complaining to me. I got private messages all over the place. And I thought they said cannon. But I guess I was right. But, yeah, the cannon is actually the best way to do it. It's one of those things that the cannon does the most torpor, but you can use things such as boulders and rockets, etc. Anything that can hit it in the head, but it will all do different torpors. So I have a catapult with me today. I'm just cutting down this tree to get a better shot. And this might actually not do torpor, because another tip that's going to come behind it is the fact that if it's not moving, it can't gain torpor. So if you hit it in the head and it can't move, it won't gain torpor. So we just hit it in the head. And there's a good chance it's not going to gain any torpor at all. I want to check if that's actually truthful. Or can we lame this? You know? So it gains 70 from a boulder. It's angry. It's going to try and crush me. Anyways, it got 70 from one boulder hit. So the difference between it is a headshot is different from a body shot. It makes a different reaction. That way you can tell if you're getting a headshot or not. Let's hit it in the body real fast. You guys saw a couple seconds ago what happens if you hit it directly in the head. It doesn't really, function. It doesn't stop it or anything. So, the best way to check if you're doing the torpor damage is always to have a tribe mate with a magnifying glass. Yes, as you guys saw me do, it'll show, the torpor it's gaining and stuff like that. This one's deciding that it doesn't want to be in Pearl Lake. Or Hidden Lake, as it's actually called. He might actually go for my Queddy. Yeah, he might kill my Quetzal. Anyways, let's go look. Look at the damage I've already done to it, too. Come on, come over here. Come over here. So we still only have 70 torpor. And it just lost quite a bit of health. That's the one thing is, you got to make sure you hit it in the head. Or else you're going to do a lot of damage, surprisingly, to this guy. This one's only level 4, so depending on your server will all matter. Let's see. Magnifying glass is weird. Yeah, see, its health is a little bit wonky for a level 4. But you got to make sure you get those headshots. So let's see if I can land another headshot. Sorry about me cutting out right there, guys. That was weird. Something to do with my wire and my microphone. Just unplugged a little bit. But, yeah, we got to make sure that we get a headshot real fast for you guys to see the difference of a headshot compared. I like the catapult a little bit better. It's a little bit more accurate for me. I'm sure you can use ballistas if you really wanted to. But see, the headshot, you can actually see it. It actually, has a different reaction to a headshot. And now, let's make sure that should have 140 torpor. But it also is going down as we go. I'm not sure how fast it goes down. Yeah, we have 140. It hasn't dropped yet, so we're doing pretty well. Maybe if you have the chance, try and get it captured in Pearl Lake, because it can move around. You're not boxing it in or anything. And by it moving, you have a chance of taming it. It cannot be stuck. They fixed it. They made it so if you stick it in, like, metal walls and shit, somehow, it won't affect it. So we're getting headshots like nothing right now. And should be a way to, taming it by yourself if you really want to try that hard. I just got dominated by the Titanosaur. Let's wait for the lag to stop real fast. Very weird. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. I lagged out. On the hit, it actually lagged me backwards. So, back to information on the mighty Titanosaur. So, say you finally get down the Titanosaur, and you're wondering how to tame it. What does it eat? Why is my textures looking weird? Who knows? Anyways, despite common knowledge, when it goes down, it doesn't eat kibble or food or narcotics. You actually just have to throw a saddle on it. A platform saddle will do nicely. At level 95, you unlock the saddle. And that will allow you... This Quetzal's wings are bugging me. That will allow you to tame it. The tame lasts for 16 to 24 hours, mostly, in that ballpark range, and then it will starve to death. This prevents, tribes from becoming super, super powerful on the official servers. You can, however, turn this off for your unofficial servers or your single player if you want using a command. It's allow raid dino feed equal true. That is the word, and it eats mejo berries if you want to feed it. We said that it was able to be tamed by rockets. I am reading most of this information, guys, from the wiki, so if you want to read, what I'm exactly telling you guys right now, I know a few people don't want to read, that's why this video is being released. It can be found there. The more preferred strategy for taming is always going to be a Quetzal with a cannon on the back with 2 people and another guy usually doing the magnifying glass, checking out the torpor. Once you get it down, you can throw that saddle on and, go on your raiding spree. It is known as, a fortress for 24 hours, basically. You only have it for a certain amount of time, so make sure you use it effectively, depending on how you raid and, don't go crazy. The Titanosaur is able to kill 5 gigas at level 120. It is able to survive that and kill them. So be very careful. That's what the information that's been taken so far about them is. The Titanosaur cannot be damaged very well by Plan X turrets. So if you're trying to kill it, your best bet is to use minigun turrets and inaccessible areas because the Titanosaur is very slow. So if you have a minigun on the back of your Quetzal with a couple of guys, you could take one out effectively if it was tamed. Only 3 are allowed to exist on the map at a time, and if a tribe tames all 3, they will not be able to spawn until they die. So depending on if they have that food healing thing or not, only 3 can exist on the server at a time. So make sure you know that. Blah, 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 blah. Just looking at information as I go. But yeah, guys, the Titanosaur is not supposed to be a forever dinosaur. They made sure of that. It is, on purpose overpowered is the word. But it is defeatable, as always. It's more of like a boss end team, for those who want to get really, really technical into their raiding strats. You're going to go crazy for 20 hours. You're going to be able to take down many, many bases and such. Another effective method of taming, from what I've heard, is catapults. You know what I mean? Just use the catapult. You can aim it better than the cannon and just, grind it out. The torpor will go up in time. Remember, it does have a lot of torpor, so make sure you check that out. We have a tamed one over here, so I'm just going to show you some stats on a level 6 real quick, guys. Just to make life very easy. Quetzal, please go lay down. Hopefully we don't lag out again. So we got some stats right here for you guys to look at. You cannot put up it. It won't level up in the time that you think it will. Or they're not supposed to be able to level up when you tame them. I don't know how a single player works, but you're not supposed to be able to. This one has, 74,000 torpor, so good luck with that, my friends. But yeah, we're going to end that here, guys, because it's just a quick video to give you guys some tips on how to tame a Titanosaur. I want to do it myself, but I need a couple of tribe mates. I don't have the time to, sit around and try and get the perfect headshot every 20 seconds. But if you enjoyed today's episode, guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Patreon for cool rewards. We have a system going up very soon to get an Ark server up, PvE, with Anunnaki's mod on it. My own server. And those who are part of the Patreon, I believe it's the $5 reward. You just pay $5 a month and it goes through at the beginning of the month. And you get onto the server. A private place for, those who are willing to play the game in a, more structured way, not on an official server where you really don't have control over anything. Not cool events or anything. They all happen by the developers. But as always, guys, I've been Demo. I hope you guys have a wonderful night.